Joy, Liberia, among people who are over-minded, they humble themselves, they seek my bed. Arise, they heal their nation. Liberia will rise again. Nations will come to your rising. I prophesy, kingdom will come to your life. Together, speak of peace. What's in unity, we will build our nation. Arise, Liberia, arise. Arise, and take your place. Whatever
Oh yes, the flag of Liberia. The flag is witness in stars. It is witness colors, calling for reconciliation, calling for togetherness, unity in progress. Monrovia is engulfed in protestation. On this Monday afternoon, the nation's capital, Monrovia,
pledge allegiance to the flag of
Indeed, this is the team that opens and closes the program called Bits and Pieces. My name is Jala Grayfield. I'm the nation's helmet day. Remember Jala Grayfield chapter 1 verse 1. Let's talk and talk and talk, and never shall we fight. Fighting shall now be our portion. We take it through from this hour up to 4 o'clock. I'm here with my young producer George Way on this beautiful Monday afternoon. What's popping around Liberia and around the world? We get reports that the ECOWAS delegation, the ECOWAS representatives that were elected recently by the majority bloc of lawmakers were rejected at ECOWAS. The ones who were there before are the ones ECOWAS has recognized, and they are now in session with our colleagues. What happened to the ones that were elected by the Richard Nambekun people? What about others? I take to the street of Monrovia today in protestation and calling for the government of Liberia to lift the ban on the no-go zone areas. Our police inspector General Gregory Como says, no way, no way, no way. The no-go zone means enforced. What's happening in the Methodist Church? Lots of hula balo yesterday. One of the pastors and some members were arrested and incarcerated by the police. Those of you joining us in our live fields, feel free to give us a report from there if you get us clear. Very loud as well. The church where he tells me that it's on, but I cannot see the comments on the side. Welcome to it. My people in Bon County call me Nyalewan Tokao, meaning the panda sea on the head of the cat. It is only the stupid rats that place around it. Are you coming here? It's not to Kenya. Very wise when you carry them, you know. Small boy can I carry? And thanks to the Tesla driver that conveyed me here this afternoon. It's called Daniel Sango. Daniel Sango, thank you a lot for bringing me here. There was lots of traffic around town. I left my vehicle around. Around Petersfield and boarded a taxi cab. Daniel Zango. Welcome to the show. It's on this beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to the show. Let's say our online viewers, welcome. You are our biggest fans right now. Every one of you who are listening to us also, we say thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us. We are here till the hours 4 o'clock. But let me bring this music. This guy inspires us. He's the one who brings us on most of the time to start a discussion on his radio. I'm going to find CRC. Congratulations. It's a song that makes our online viewers to listen to us. And this is how we go.
With originalhits.com.
Download your favorite song at originalhits.com.
Juju One-Way. I'm falling live from Monrovia. Pasari Pickens Shetton. Good afternoon, Uncle Jala Grayfield. I'm watching live from residence in Banazzo Kaba. Juju One-Way say it's okay. Ben Suare, good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. I'm watching live from Amagazi Community Jacobtown. While Lai has joined us, good afternoon, Jala. Watching from a Kawa resident, Mansa T. Vani. Good afternoon, Uncle Jala. I'm following you from Crown Hill. This is Voice of Liberia 104.1. Welcome to the show here on the Capital Bypass. Mansa T. Vani said, good afternoon, Uncle Jala. I'm following from Crown Hill. Murphy Hine. I'm watching from 9th Street where one of our best lawmakers live. Bidaya Hali, welcome. Calling from Benjamin City, Lofa County. And our frequencies there in Benjamin is 96.7, 89.7 in Monrovia, Nazim McGibby, 90.7 in Bomi, in Funkane rather, 95.7 in Basa. Join us, Jimmy. Good afternoon, Uncle Jala. I'm watching from Maba Point. Thanks for the show. Elton Bukuyu, watching from Sedley Farm, Bon County. And Cousin Blackie has joined us. Mary Toure, good afternoon, Uncle Jala. I'm following you from New Georgia. Thanks for the show. James S. Mora, good afternoon, Boston, Liberia. Washington, October, very welcome. The Shetton Dipper. I'm calling playing the show on Bone Speaker. On Fifth Speaker, the residents in LPRC community. The Shetton Depot. I'm currently playing the show on Big Speaker in my community, LPRC community, Guntown City. I'm watching live. And it's live along with 15 persons right now. Good afternoon. Watching from
with originalhits.com.
Oh, my guy is no, I gotta go back to this. I'm watching from District 9 where one of the best lawmakers lives, Representative Foco. Murphy Hina says that. Jeremiah Giddens. I'm watching live from Kongatown, opposite YWCA. Liberia man, falling from Maghibie County. Munyan Sharif, falling from District number 9, Sinka this afternoon. I can see. Justina Tiade Fale, watching from Upper Carriage, Justina Tiade Fale, PJ Moyu. Good afternoon from the USA, Denver, Delaware, to be specific. PJ Moyu, Andrew K. Plaki. Andrew Blackie, Jekpam community, Bangabon County. That's where he is from, he says. V. Mohammed Sharif, watching for South Dakota. That's not Korea, rather. Mohammed Sharif. G. Winifred Dwyer. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield, and good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Grand Junior County. To be precise, Burken, my hometown. Thanks for the show. Jacob Amorakone, watching from El Paso Junction. CDC Public Service Cater for Life, watching from somewhere in Duper Road. David Jackson, good afternoon, Jala Grayfield, and happy new week for my end. It's David Jackson. Rogers GK Lamadan, watching us from somewhere around the Pizza City, District 6. Princess Paulson, good afternoon and thanks for the show. I'm following from Benson Street. It's Princess Paulson. Welcome. Morris Neiman Jr. Good afternoon to Bosa Liberia family. I'm following from New Georgia Junction, Japan Freeway. Keep your text message coming in, we'll read them for you. Keep the message coming, we'll read them for you. Let me pause right and welcome my young and distinguished brother, George Wei. George, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jala. And I'm glad to be here this afternoon on the show. And I want to appreciate all of our listeners for rejoining us again this afternoon for another edition of Bits and Pieces. And it's good to be here.
Absolutely good to be here. Lots of things happening around Liberia, around Monrovia. Interesting things are happening. But you know, you want to win some big monies, so keep dialing these numbers, or these codes rather. *79 and star, okay. Select number 8 for Bosa Liberia and play with $100 and win 4,000 LD. *79 and hash, okay. Select number 8 for Bosa Liberia, play with just $100. You win 4,000 bucks. You know, I was in a vehicle and Lorena collect call a lady. She won 4,000. She was so excited. You know, 4,000 gives you a bag of rice. You know. Andrew K. Blackie, big brother Jala, please read my letter. Which letter again? He says, oh, Andre, so long. I'll read that letter later, please. Ali Kroma, welcome. For New Georgia, Esther, welcome, every one of you. So, lots of interesting things are happening around this little Miami. You know, some weeks back, I won't get you the history of all that happened. You know the story already. I just want to give you some highlight. The Liberian National Police said about Gregory Coleman and others, his deputies, place restriction on motorcycle operations in central Monrovia because of what they portray as unruly behaviors around Monrovia. The other day, one of them died in an accident with a truck. And what happened? They went around vandalizing police facilities, beating police people in XYZ, which does not fall in their purview. They are not the parents of those police officers, but they beat on them. They said the police have been taking a backs on them. And it's only central Monrovia they can get money from. That place they can run and get money. So the police does not restrict or does not lift the restriction. It means that they will keep protesting. I heard someone say they will come back again on Wednesday. It will be an ongoing situation. Stephen Nangwe, welcome from Pueblo Road. Thanks for the show, he says. Duete, welcome. Safa Sherry, welcome. Welcome, every one of you who are watching right now. So it has gone offhand. Today they took to the streets. I listened to their head the other day. Both Yellow Machine with you the other time of the show. Truck on Gray.
Yeah, Truck on Gray.
And he said they were going to have a peaceful protest. But good again, the police did not use violence on them today. They did not use heavy hands for the first time under the Gregory Coleman administration to see that there's a protest and the police officers that do not beat on people or tear gas or pepper spray them. I think it's a good start because I thought the police under Gregory Coleman were learned from Padasulu, who was police director under George Weah. Every time there was a protest in Monrovia, the men in blue were giving food and water to the protesters. Even if the protest was against the government, that's how the Weah police did. So we expect the Gregory Coleman to follow the suit of Padasulu. That's a new policing around the world. When people are protesting, you give them leeway, you guard them. Even when the guys are protesting in America about the situation in Palestine, the police, they were Palestinian Americans who were there. They went to the Capitol building. They went to places they wouldn't have gone, but the guys were giving them leeway, giving them the way, protecting them. Because the work of the police is to give guard lives and properties. But unlike that, the police have been involved in beating students at the University of Liberia campus, tear gassing them. The other day, a lady called on the show and said, A young man who was tear gassed by the police had gone blind. I had to call from the maternity estate. I told her to call me after the show because I was interested in that situation because that young man needs to get a redress from the government. So the police have been involved in excesses in recent time. The last time we checked was in Kinjaw. They opened fire and they killed more than 3 persons in Kinjaw. Why did we see? We only saw Gary Kuma go in there to give the family people money and said the government empathized and sympathized with them. But that money cannot bring back life. Another young man got killed in the Broadway end. 17 years old young man. I know what it takes to groom a child. From ABC to 12A at that age, man is killed. We are told the guy who murdered that Pekin, he has absconded the country. He's away. He's not in the police detention. And to bring everything to full glare is that we've spoken with the police spokesperson. We tested her to give us information about this young man. It is 2 weeks now that Cecilia Clark, my own big sister, has not called to give me information about that. Because I heard it on different radio stations, they were discussing it, that the guy escaped. So after to get us out the police, I sent text. It is 2 weeks now, they have not told me anything whether the guy is in jail or he has escaped. So today, the motorcyclists are in the street, but this is my take about that. And I like the stance of the police inspector general. For the first time or second time, I will agree with you on this mandate. The motorcyclists are not above the law. They are not the owners of Liberia. They should be respecters of the law. If you did something that is wrong and the police try to reprimand you by saying that you cannot go in a major street, you all belong to communities. They are feeder roads. Those feeder roads have more human beings than the major streets. If you run your bank in the communities, Ominga, Papaland, New Georgia, West, where you still get money. Somebody say, when you stop them from running on the main road, how do we get money? So when the motorcycles were in the country, how do we get money in their pocket? We had taxi, yeah, we should have taxi. Those of you who want to do fast movement, and you want to go somewhere fast, get us very soon money and get on the road and get taxi to go. I support the police action on this one. And Gregory said, I saw Sam Collins posted. He was in a photo with the police inspector general. And he said, Gregory said there will be no turning back on this one, which is good. Which is good. The other time when they stopped, the guys were selling gas along the road. I was in favor of that. I condemn and criticize the government for that. Because when the guys who are at the gas stations closed by 8 o'clock, those who work in the night while going home, there's no gas on the street, only the campers and servers. So taking it off the street I thought was the wrong thing. So on this one, the police is right on this one, and kudos to you. Look, I listen to argument coming from people, oh, the police here, when we register our motorbikes, if we go get helmet, safety gear, and get lessons, it means I will go in a major street. Do you know that as motorbike owners or you are operator, you need to pay taxes to the government? You're not doing privilege for the government. You're not doing good for the government. No, it is a right to pay taxes. It is everybody's right to go and ride a bike. But you are under obligation as a Liberian citizen. If you're doing business, you have to pay taxes to the government. So to register your vehicle, it's not government shouldn't take that one. So the buyers are saying to us that the government say we'll register our bike. If we buy helmet and we buy all our safety gears, we can ride anywhere. But you are not the only person who can register vehicles. We also have vehicles owners. The taxi drivers also, they are registering their vehicles. If they don't register the vehicles, what happens? The police park them. They bring tow trucks and carry their cars. You gotta go pay $150 to the tow truck owner before you bring your car outside, and will stay there, you register the car. So you think you are above the law, the taxi drivers, you motorbike operator, you think you are above the law? You are not above the law. You're not doing service to the government. You are under obligation as a businessman to pay taxes. The motorcycle you're riding, you're not riding because you want to ride it. You ride it because you want to get money. That business there. Every legitimate business in the country can be registered with the government. So your only place you can register is go to transfer ministry and register your motorbike. But to come and say you protect, because it's a right to protect, the government say when you register your bike and you get all your safety gears, you can go on the street. I don't think you are right from the mind. So those are who can register our cars. What government do for us now? They will say they will put wing on our car and be flying in the air. The government doing it. Look, you are on obligation as citizens to pay taxes. You're not doing good for the government, you're doing good for yourself and your country. Once you are a businessman in this country, you got a legitimate business, you pay taxes to the government. That's what the government used to build roads, to give you good hemp pump, and give you water in the country, and give you electricity. So don't say, because the government say, when we do all of these things, we'll go by in the street, and we're not doing anything over the street, so we'll rather go by there. If the police goes back on his word, the police director goes back on this, I would think it'll be a weakling on this one. You can have one group of people always being reckless and very reckless. When they hit your car in the evening, when you go home, or in the morning, anytime they see your car, when they hit your car, they escape. The other one almost broke my car windshield the other day. You understand? When they finish doing that wrong thing, they pull off and they're looking on their shoes as though they're mocking you. What kind of people are these? You are now above the law. And you think you're above the law, try the police and you'll see the results. George, you want to say something?
Yeah, Jala, thank you so much. I have spoken with the Trocon fellow the morning he and I will have some conversation, and he said to me, George, there are several reasons why we are taking the street today. It's not just because of us, or not just because of the action that occurred of recent, but on several occasions, the police, they've been after us, especially the motorcyclists. When this entire Wolobalo started, they instructed the motorcyclists, the police make the entire thing to look like only those that will pay their taxes or register their motorbikes will be allowed to plow the street of Monrovia. Not making them to understand that whether you got motorbikes in the communities, whether you got motorbike even plowing the street, you have to pay tax to national government. The police did not do it like that. They did not make the guys to understand that. So as a result, that again, they did not make the guys to understand that they have to pay taxes to the government. Once they involve, so they didn't know that they didn't pay taxes. Jana, this is where the police. No, George, this is where George. I come in 1 minute. This is where the police should have instructed every one of them, all of the motorcycles. But when not all motorcyclists they register their motorbike. Some live in the community and they not do the registration. Okay. Some live in the community and they not do the registration because the way in which the LLP the way they did the entire thing and the message that was given to them at the time that those of you that apply in the street, let me interrupt you small. The police can catch everybody at the same time. They lock in whoever at the same time when everybody does wrong. Look, let me tell you one story. I was at Banner FM. I had a Banner FM assigned vehicle, branded with the, it was the sticker on it. So the third lane, everyone was using the third lane. When I got to Cali Junction, I said, "Me join the third lane." The police got pulled me over, and I said, "I'm a journalist. I'm going for a meeting." He said, "Going to a meeting, you are not exempt from the law. You are breaking the law." So I said, "Well, see all the papers are you going in there?" And they said, "No, you can get all the news in Liberia, You can get all the news, you can report every day." I said, "No." The guy said, "So all the brands that I saw." He put me over. When you buy a vehicle, the first thing you should do is you're gonna get a license plate that identifies when you do wrong. That tells the police this guy hit somebody, he ran. This is the main license plate to go after you. Once you buy a vehicle, you are being compliant with the law of the country. All safety gears be in your car. A driver car have a fire service a sticker and that of the fire service extinguisher. I mean the fire extinguisher in my car. And then the police grab me, I don't have a license, I will plead with the police officer to go. But to say that you buy a motorbike, you should register the bike. This country is not just a don't care country. We need to put it in order. I've been to other countries, George. Go to Rwanda, the cleanest city in Africa. I've been there twice. I was around this place called Hotel. I call it. I will tell you how you call it. Hotel Rwanda. It's now called Hotel Mikori. I went to that place
I was standing in front of a hotel, me and my friend called me the Palace. We are going to see the city, beauty of the city. Every motorcyclist has a helmet, he wears a slingers, he got a reflective jacket, one person on the back. If the police grabs your bag and you are to go to pay the fine they impose on you, after 15 days, they auction the bags. They do all the auction, they are in newspapers, they are on the radio. You get soccer, you get motorbikes, you get cars. We need the police country in order. We cannot have a group of people around here making things difficult for everybody. Even as much we appreciate the effort they make by helping our people transporting their SYZ, they are not above the law. When the police said this is a no-go zone, respect no-go zone.
Yeah, so Jala, I don't know whether you are in the know of the police arresting motorbikes for even journalists during that same day. Journalists' bags were arrested as well. The police took motorbikes from even some of the motorcyclists that day, and they took it to the police station. Up to present, they've not been able to return the guy's motorbike. So it is not only about their bike registration, but according to them, it is the motorbike that they use to earn their living.
They can earn a living anywhere else, not on the mirror.
Then you arrest the bikes from the guys and refuse to return their motorbikes.
And so that's so about it. So that's a bad side. So I wanted to the motorcyclists now, the leaders of those motorcyclists should not be liaising with the police to see they should identify all of the members whose bag were taken, go and make a representation to the police that these motorbikes, these are the owners they were taken away from them. Please send it word to us. We will not go back in the street with them. Let it be a mutual understanding between the police and the bike riders. But to come and get in the street because few of your guys' motorbikes are being arrested or they're being impounded by the police and your men were arrested and released later, I think it's uncalled for. So they need to make a representation to the police. Because I know some journalists by were taken, apparently they were not identified properly. But if they told the journalists by on their news gathering tour, they should give it back to them. I know that they are bad apples in the police. These same police officers, some of them took bags on the riders, and then when they sold them, they sold the bags on the guys. If the man violates, use the law to punish him. Do not take his material and sell it and put money in your pocket. Some of the police officers, they are not reporting the bags to the headquarters or to the police stations. You go and utilize it. Give their family members to run in the communities. That's what they do. But I think the action of the police, the motorcyclists, is wrong. This country is a country of peace. We shouldn't allow them to be in the street all around the place. It is wrong. All the guys who were taken, my advice to you, the leaders of the motorcyclists, go and make a representation to the police inspector general. Carry the names of the guys who bags were taken. Let the police provide those bags. This country is very difficult. I think the bag riders can go in the communities, they can run their bags there, they can get some money. It's not just in the street of Monrovia. Let's move on. Let me recognize the guys who join us. Stephen Nangwe, welcome. William May, good afternoon, Jala. I'm joining you from ELA Junction. Man Miata son, good afternoon. I'm JJ Buster Lakoba, following you from Swakgo District. Thanks for the show. Darcy Ducle. He said, Jala, you're Samapo. That's why you are supporting the police. But man, we need law and order here, man. Darcy. Yeah, we need law and order here. They cannot be this orderly country. Safar Sharif, Jala, what do you expect from this government on a GMB when he said, dance with the devil to get power? All over the country, problems everywhere. Abraham C. Good afternoon, great man. Philip Poko Tamba. My nephew Jolly. He said, Jala. And thanks. I said, talk to Keke Falo. JMB to go on well. JMB brought disgrace to Lofa. That Philip Foko Tamba. Sally Sharif, watching from Broadville City. And Nina Queer, welcome. Good morning. And from North Dakota, Fargo. Bill Sankale, good afternoon. Voice of Liberia, following from Ministerial Complex. Stephen Fala Jr., I'm watching with you, he says. Today is the birthday of my friend. I have a little bit of cool. Benjamin Kanaka, he works there at the GSA. Today is a birthday partner, Mr. Benjamin Kanaka, who is the vice president of the Rock International Christian Academy Alumni Association. He is my deputy. Solomon Howard, welcome. Thanks for the show, Jala. I'm following up from former district, the town hall, right? Welcome to the show. So, George, you've been following this situation with the ECOWAS people, the Hula Balo at the legislature. We need not to look for the genesis of things, but we can talk about what has happened in recent time. Right after the majority speaker, who called himself now the regime speaker, was inaugurated after a coup d'etat against the speaker proper for the Kofa. They removed some lawmakers from their payroll and said these guys were suspended. Abu Kamara, Marvin Cole, Representative Eugene Colley, and others were suspended. Their amenities seized. They are taking that one to the law, and I'm told it's only 15. They should be reporting to the court, right? To answer to the court, the 10th, to answer to the court why these guys' salaries have been held and their benefits also not given to them. So the finance minister is expected to be there as well. But while they were doing that, some members of the legislature who were sent to ECOWAS through an election, whether it was an election, because they all acquiesced. If the speaker single-handedly took those people and sent them to ECOWAS, and they didn't talk at the time, it means they were all in good term, right? But upon the ascendancy of Kum, he says that the guys were not elected. So they went back, had a new election, and removed the original guys that were there. ECOWAS came here to intervene in this whole Hula Ballon Capitol Hill. They spent days here trying to lobby and negotiate with the majority bloc to see reason to go back to chambers and resolve their matters amicably. They refused to listen to ECOWAS, and ECOWAS left in disgrace. Now you're gone unconstitutionally, because if you appoint or anybody who is elected to the ECOWAS parliament is there for 3 to 4 years. You either go for re-election, if you win, you stay there. So they remove these people and had their own election. So ECOWAS, they inform ECOWAS through the clerk that they have gotten new members to attend that Congress in Abuja. We are told that ECOWAS has rejected those people. All of those who were elected, the chairman of foreign affairs and the legislature and others who were elected have been removed. ECOWAS did not recognize them. Instead, Tan Wongbe, Representative Anders, and the female Mama Bring Mesa, who were there earlier. They've gone back. ECOWAS sponsored their trip to go, provided them hotel, to get a pedal, everything. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? Does that mean that ECOWAS does not recognize the leaders of Region Nangwikun? That's what it speaks to me. What it tells me is that ECOWAS does not recognize Richard Nangwikun as Speaker of the House of Representatives. Because what was done earlier, it was a kangaroo process. It was a kangaroo process that took place. So ECOWAS said it would not do business with any illegitimate group of people. You listen to the justice in chambers at the time. Nyami Bese. That you guys, the majority, you had a number, you don't have a speaker. And the other people have the speaker, they get a number, so you go by in-house and resolve this matter. They didn't listen to the man. But rather, someone else started insulting him. Sorry for that, I have a cold. They started insulting the man. At the end of the day, what ECOWAS came to mediate from, it didn't happen, they gone back, they went back to their country. And now you are going your process and electing some of your members who you think can be under your jurisdiction, who are loyal to you, to send to the ECOWAS and bring back those who are loyal to Speaker Kopa. ECOWAS said, no, we can't do business with them. Instead, ECOWAS chose the original members who were there. But this is what I didn't like about Mama Breeze Mensah. You see, all of the lawmakers on Capitol Hill, they had their own agenda. The power struggle is just there. Mama Breeze Mensah knew that she's on ECOWAS parliament, and it's a lucrative parliament where they get a lot of money from. If you are staying on the south of Speaker Kofa, any guys really succeed, they were thinking of for position. So she played a cat and mouse game, very smart game. She said, "Oh, I don't know anybody, sir." You know, that's been wicked politically.
During the day of election, she went to the majority block.
Yes, she went there.
I mean, an illegal election, she was there.
She went there. So she tells me that she's not part of anybody, but she went to that election. She was doing that to safeguard her position. If she had known that after this election, ECOWAS were rejected, anyone who is elected on our side to be represented there, she would not have crossed over to them. But she did it for self-aggrandizement, political greediness. That's a political greediness on the part of the representative. She is my representative in Bon County, representing Sunday up to Yanakole beyond. That's been wicked. So now, ECOWAS say, you know, I saw it in the picture, she had Wangbe and Representative Anders, they were all there smiling. ECOWAS have, you know, recognized them. What a slap in the face of the majority. Where are we headed, Josh?
Chala, it clearly shows that Richard Nangbe Kun, the likes of James Cole, and the rest of the guys in the majority bloc, that entire body, they are operating on an illegal note. And I think this report coming in from ECOWAS should be a warning to them that they have to do the right thing. Like you said the other day, and it is being reported now all across that the embattled speaker is expected to resign anytime soon, and we hope that following his resignation, Kun will be willing to go to election. Hope he won't try to hijack this speakership, because mind you, this country is a country of law. Democratically, we should be able to go through election. And so the speakership, it required election. Majority, if the majority supports you, especially representatives, it becomes the speaker, the legitimate speaker of the House of Representatives. That's why you see ECOWAS and other partners, they still recognize Funati Kofado, Kun, and the president, and the rest of the guys in government, they recognize the illegal bloc of Kun. But again, when these things are happening, the president, I said it to someone this morning, these things are happening and the president still working with these guys. Other people telling you that, hey, this body is illegal, Mr. President, and you said that you don't say a word, but you're still working with these guys. He's still seeing moving with these guys. And you expect the people that saying, oh, the people, the illegal, you're working with them, you expect the people to come around you, Jala, automatically they won't. Because they feel that what you do or what you involved with is wrong. It undermines the laws of the country.
All right, Josh. Let's welcome Mr. Idrissa, a young man who watches the show. He's observing the holy month of Ramadan. Idrissa, welcome to the show, and rest of you who are joining us. Let me say congratulations to my brother and friend, my young brother Patrick Kennedy of the ERU is appointed as the commander of the Soul Clinic police station there in Painesville. Patrick Kennedy, welcome. Thanks for the time you spend there and the service of the country. It's a man called Patrick. He's the commander now. Patrick Kennedy of the ERU. Welcome to the show as well. Let me say welcome. Harris J. Saki said, good afternoon. I'm watching live from Kakata City, Magimi County. And thank you, big brother, for the show. And Lucius Sigbe Lake. Good afternoon, Jala Grayfield and others. I'm watching live from Congo Town. 40 and near. Good afternoon, big brother John Emmanuel Grayfield. And a pleasant good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Liberia, Grand Cayman County in particular. I'm watching you guys from my residence, my research center in Cowell at the headquarters of the national movement to support a better agenda. All right, welcome to the show as well. Romeo Chale Kahi, watching from Kokoya District, Botota, Bon County. Christian Torbert. Good afternoon, Jala. I'm watching from Soclune Community, Pinzo City, Lincoln Campbell. I'm following from Kakata City, Magibi County. Thanks for the show, he says. Let me see the last person who sent. Matthew Atoba Anto Chi, Douala Market, you are represented here. So let's take some calls for the next 10 minutes. At 3 o'clock, Jefferson Light, who is the head of the United Methodist Human Rights Group, will be here. There's a crisis in the church, in the UMC where he belongs. Whilst he says he'll give us a deep understanding of the crisis, we'll talk about human rights issues. You know, there are reports of lots of human rights violation. And during the days of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Jefferson Light was very strong on some of the issues here. During the time of we are here, also very strong on some of the issues taking place in the country when it comes to rights violation. What have they documented so far on the Joseph Newman Parker government? So he comes at 3 o'clock. We'll have a conversation. A very good brother will be here. Otto, I'm following from Freeport. While Fatoma Kokwe has joined us and said good afternoon. Jala and George, I'm watching from this 3:30 rather. Thanks for the show. Just add the phone lines and let's have some calls. Star 799 hash, OK, select number 8 for Boston Liberia. Play with 100 LD and win 4,000. Star 799 hash, OK, select number 8 for Boston Liberia. Play with 100 LD and win 4,000. And the numbers are 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711. The female line is 0773-978-564. Hello. Hello. The first caller, welcome. Yes.
How you doing, sir?
I'm okay, my brother. How are you?
It's okay. My name is Toga George. I do join from the Liberia District to Bon County.
All right, Toga, let's say, my brother.
Thank you. Jala, you see what I mean? This government, you know, a corrupt government. You see what Bora do?
What are you doing?
They Bora the jail. All those guys, and they are corrupt. They want to be rich yourself. So that who now, you know, you say lawmaker, what is that lawmaker right here? Who is that, you know, rules on honor? Nothing we are doing here, this shit. Nothing we are doing here.
The man on Capitol Hill posting for those.
They're just causing no count to play here, this shit.
The thing is that the man he says he's rule and order chairperson, but he doesn't respect rule and order.
Where he coming from? Because who making promise to churches around here? He get fulfill promise. Because who making promise to churches around? He get fulfill promise. Making promise. I tell you who make promise though. You get fulfill promise. You go there, Jim go there. You go make promise to daughter, brigade boy. You go to Danta. You tell people you build that tree.
You should pay the man. You should pay the man 329.
Then the other time, man, pay off the bar, you know, you are in Morubia. When I try to talk to the man, they bring the ball of me all around when they want it, you know, they bring you, the ball of me. I know I go on, what is the gap? You went before the church.
Thank you, my brother. 0773-978-564 is the number for the females. And those of you who are from the counties, your numbers are 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711 are your numbers. You can call to participate on the show here. Prince Sherry, welcome. We are here from the USA. Wow, welcome, Prince. Are you in the country? Let me know. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. Hello, good evening, sir. Welcome. You have 30 seconds, no time.
Yeah, this is Sorry, we are joining from Basel.
Sorry, we are welcome.
Yeah, you see, Jala, when we talk about the rule of law, you see, why are they in the Equa Parliament there? Because the people came to the country to investigate. But when they overrule the people because they see that, you know, they have power. But the power that is extended to international now, they are saying now they know that they're wrong. So, when it comes to the Monoba issue, they our police, they never do real for the Monoba Union. Let me friend. If you say they meant to fly in the street of Monrovia, don't take money from the man to say because
why they take money from them? Why?
Yeah, but they don't want to confuse the whole thing, the whole traffic.
But the Monoba should know that before you put a car or Monoba on the street, you have it registered.
I come in, listen to me, give me a chance. Listen to me.
Listen, but I can't finish you.
Yeah, the problem there, they want the police to set things to the people because they don't want the traffic. And
Okay.
they pay your money, so you pay your money. They are happy.
Okay, thank you. Next caller, welcome. You have the time. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Caller, welcome. Let's hear you. Where you calling from?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Jala.
Good afternoon.
My name is Prince Nascimento Goto. I do join the platform for my taxation to do my 13 resident.
Okay.
Jala, let me appreciate the work you do for the nation. You know, I'm an ardent follower from Banayabem, Ogeben, Banayabem, out to AF, and out to Nam on Bana and for the Labiro. But I want to differ with you today.
Go ahead. You have the right to differ, but be very swift, yeah.
Thank you. I want to differ with your analysis with pertaining the motorcycle. I mean, I'm ardent. I supported the government to the fullest. But what is happening now? I think the government has some made footsteps when it comes to the action they are doing the motorcycle. In direction of, because one individual cannot spoil the whole entire apple. If that's the case, then the Minister of the Minister of the Foreign Affairs to be or women dismantle. And also the president office, because someone created a problem there, and that will support the circumstances, and today someone just suspended.
Okay.
If someone creates problem for the motorcycle, the police, full duty is to have to chase them and have to discipline that individual.
Thank you. The next caller is here. You made a point. Let's hear you. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hey, good afternoon.
Is that a women from Grandpa?
Thank you for recognition, Mr. Jala. Good to see you.
That's
Thank you for Lieutenant Grandpa, Country, one of Pong Country, Funded.
Okay.
Thank you for your platform this afternoon, my dear brother. But you see, some of the things were saying to the Liberian people, but they were not believing it is this. We told the people that for vegetable is not a figure for this country. But see what effort they said that big shame on vegetable.
Absolutely, it's a disgrace to our country.
Big shame. You see people effort refuse them because effort to touch it up. They get respect on the people. Then you electing people to send in the effort to go back without recognize law. So it's a big slap in the face of Joseph Bonner and that of a vegetable. So if I was here now, let it point out to the order, then at least the way the speaker proper body resign, at least let him resign a position instead of run as speaker. But now vegetable resign.
But I'm told that's why the guys are pushing for. Thank you so very kindly. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Good afternoon, Joel. My name is Elijah Johnson. I join you from Bomi County.
Elijah, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you for the topic on the discussion. The issue is the regulation is fine. We appreciate it, but the police should do it holistically. Meaning, if they are stopping a guy from starting the street of Monrovia, because they found out police station other places, what happened to the citizens that were killed in King George? What happened with the investigation? What the report for the investigation? What happened to other citizens? What happened to the truck, the defective cars outside the street of Monrovia? They're supposed to put measures in place. And we're catching it the street certain hours of the day. While our citizens are there and you see trucks planting the street to carry our citizens. So they only have to guys to stop them from planting the street of Monrovia. They should do the same to the motor cars. Rather, you got to carry our brother.
Thank you.
Will be fine if you stop them. So you should do it holistically. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. 3 o'clock, Joseph that comes here. He's our guest. Taking up to 4 o'clock. Let me take this caller. Hello, welcome. You live?
Hello, Jala.
Hello, welcome. How are you? What's your name?
Hello, Jala.
Hello, welcome. You live? Let's hear you.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm very okay, sir.
Okay. I thought my little too.
But the noise you have me. No, that you bringing you. I'm in the studio. I'm not bringing you. Bringing.
You getting me clear now?
I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay, good. You think about it, Demi? This Demi tried to come on man upset. To tell the people, and then listen to her.
How is the government?
I call for this to food. This is Solomon. All the thing they do is wrong. And actually, what you are doing, are you protecting your own for? Because you are the problem. Don't do that, Ghana.
Okay.
Is that brother just feeling by the Liberia people? Don't just say.
Thank you. Let me to the next caller. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello.
Hello, welcome. Let's be civil in our conversation here. We can criticize, but not insult. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thomas Iwe, calling from Keresburg.
Huh?
Thomas Bawuluka Iwe.
Mr. Bawuluka Kumanina.
Man, you're now.
I want many Boguman.
So what I'm hearing, what they call it, majority got a brother know for everyone.
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah, because they just thought that everything they had done here was fine, but I sure enough that the ECOWAS was never accepted because they came here for intervention, they rejected them, and thank God they are proven to them. Thank you.
Yeah, Edison made mention of that before. He said that you cannot just remove somebody from ECOWAS Parliament. They have there's a tenure position. You know, you go there, you spend 4 years, we take it from there. So what was being done, it was illegal. He said that before. Hello, welcome. Hello. Hello.
Definitely.
Welcome, how are you, my brother? What's your name?
I'm doing great. This is voice of Idrissa.
Idrissa, how are you, man? Happy Ramadan to you.
Yes. Thanks so kindly, my dear brother. You know what? Definitely more now. So only relaxing, playing low key.
I know.
Yeah. Let me speak to my boy there, George.
And George is also. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, Jada. You said some things, but you know the government is somehow illegitimate, man. Because the way in which things are happening, I think the one puppet, John Keyon, trying to destabilize things. So I think it is unfair. We need to put things in order, let the country ride on a smooth level. Let's stop this whole lot of tension. It's unfair. For me, I was observing it more. I was looking at it.
Okay.
So, Jada, thank you.
Observing peace. Thank you so very kindly. Let me recognize some of the guys who join us again. Yakeva. Good afternoon, Jala Greyfield. I'm following you from Cape Town, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Is Yakeva. 5 feet the second, the third. I was diagnosed with hypertension, high blood fever. When I was 16, I started taking, I don't know what you're trying to say, yo. Prince Sherry, welcome to the country. If you are here, Pete Witter said, Henry J, a new day for us to hear from your wonderful service again. How did we get here? Our country needs prayer, Henry J. Everything in our country now seems to have a majority and minority because of this wicked and failed government. The Lord bless our beloved President George Manawia, he writes. Otis, are you coming earlier? Let me see. What George, we're going to get our guest. Then if you can call him and find out where he is, then I can read the rest of the comments for you. Give me some more time. Let me get our guest. But keeping this cash giveaway is star 79 hash. Okay, so let number 8 for VOL Liberia and play with 100 LD win 4,000 LD. It's just playing 2 or 3 times can give you 4,000 bucks. You know that? Try and see, my brother, who are all the money you listen to us. Just try to die those numbers. You know, it'll be better for you. You win something better. 4,000 bucks on this kind of Monday afternoon. It's not for fun. You can be a lucky winner. So George is trying to get our guest. Let me see. We talked again. And so let me welcome Mr. Robert Blyon. Welcome. Office of the President, Lofa County Student Union, Olosu. My name is Richard S. Walba, watching live from Bayama City, Lofa County. Thanks for the show. As Jala Kale, thanks so kindly, Jala, and the rest of the team from the station. We appreciate it, he says. Robert Blyon, welcome. He said, George, I'm watching from Margaret County. Robert Blyon, Toga George. Good afternoon, Jala and George. My name is Toga George. I'm watching you from Banga City, Bon County. Asata M. Miller. Good afternoon, Mr. Griffin and Brother George. I'm watching live from Red Light Market. Red Light. Good to be on the show, she says. Mamosen Salvation Peters. I'm watching for the office of POSA. Steve O'Mayo. Good afternoon, Bozo Liberia. I'm Stephen O'Mayo watching live from Banyama City, Lofa County. Ayuba Sese, good afternoon to you guys. Stanley Sharif, GMB Liberia is not safe. Zebunu Toby, watching from Dubai. GMB government is seriously harming our country. The biggest disgrace our country is faced with, he says. Toti, the special one, Zeze, right? Toti's the special one, Zeze. Welcome. Okay. Welcome to the show. Every one of you, keep your text coming. I will take some calls yet. While George is trying to get our guest, let me take this one from there. 0773419 is the number.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Sarah Griffin and Peter the Council call from under the street light in Lower Johnson.
Yeah,
thank you very much thank you for a fascinating discussion this afternoon. You know, Jara, there's a distinction between politics and governance. And that is one of the major things that this particular government has failed to realize. The young politics to come to power, but now, and the governance is about service deliverables. So they have to deliver. So let me tell you, taking back water from the street, it does not show a sign of good governance. That's very barbaric and gross incompetency. You don't do that. The Constitution is clear. It's not that segregating anybody. We talk about freedom of movement. How about the police that are killing, shooting, and people they are in the street? Kill on armed robbery at night. They are in the street. What are we doing about them? It says the only motorcyclists that are getting, captured in a particular manner. That's what we were telling.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let me take the last caller. My guest is here. Mr. Jefferson Knight is here. He is my guest on the show here. 077. That Omega water. Yeah. 077 3419502. Hello. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon, Jara. How you doing?
Good afternoon. Welcome. You're the last call on the segment.
Yeah, my name is James Pade, and I'm the chairman of the Veteran Assembly in District 16, Nikutan. Oh, Jara, thank you this morning for your deliberation. This afternoon for your deliberation.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the motorcyclists. That is left for the police to use their own ingenuity, to enforce their law. So saying it has to do with the so-called majority of the people to equal parliament. You forgot when the people came here to mediate. You never get the people green light. You did not listen to them. And you forgot to know that you abusing the rule of law, your constitution, is not what the Ecuador. Well, you can say, I don't respect the law, I will move people from tenure position. It's not like that. Ecuador get their own rules and regulations that they work by.
All right.
They should be respected. This is why they deny your people.
Thank you.
So it's right for that. The law is the law. The people respect the law. So they are telling you to learn, the thing from them. The law is the law.
All right, James Better. Thank you. That's how then welcome our guest in the studio. This is Bastuna is off a line. Zibanun Toby. President Weah has more work to be done in order to put Liberia back online politically. It is President Joseph Boagao. Senator, good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Liberia. It's a Baye town, Papa District. Elijah K. calling welcome. I'm watching live from a community, Vitan community in Kabata, Magibi County. Anyway, he will come on. That's our 9.5. Okay, slide number 8 for Fossil Liberia and play with 100 LD and get $4,000 this afternoon. It is cost 2 now. Delson Knight is here. You'll be joined by one of his colleagues, the head of the United Methodist Human Rights Group. Said to you in the Elling time, he outlined some human rights abuses. We are trying to diss him. What are they gotten so far? Podcast administration. Oh yes, welcome back to the show. It is on Voice of Liberia 104.1 with other frequencies in Liberia, 95.7 in Grand Bassa County, 90.7 in Bon County, 89.7 in Monrovia, and 96.7 in Badia-Manupa County. So welcome, as I said to you, Jefferson that is here. Jeff, welcome. We are not even adding on this map for a long time.
Yeah, Jala, thank you very, very much for the opportunity. That's true.
How is everything with you, Joe?
Fine.
Yeah, you sir.
Yes. Everything is good, and yes, the Human Rights Office is doing good. Okay. And we continue to implement those things that we have been called to implement in terms of carrying out those activities in line with. Consistent with our vocal discipline, the Constitution of Liberia, and the other international human rights instruments. Yeah, so we are good.
Where do you get support from for the activities?
From the church. From the church and other non-state actors like the UN and other international bodies. Yes.
So were you affected as a result of the aid wearing away from the donor government?
One way or the other, directly and indirectly, we were affected. But as a result of our church stance, the church is sustainable. So once the church is there, our program support remains sustainable. Yeah.
We'll come to the human rights issue at the second lap of the show. Okay. But I'm interested in what is happening in the church. What is really happening? Some people don't have the understanding. When you talk about the global UMC, or you talk about the United Methodist Church, what is happening? Give us an insight of what's happening in the church.
So the United Methodist Church was founded since 192 years ago. Has been existing as a denomination and until 2024 last year at the General Conference, when the decision was taken to lift the ban on LGBTQ, which was mainly applicable to the US and other countries that have legalized same-sex marriage. Okay. So, our folks in Liberia, especially Liberia, took on that and began to politicize it and say, look, the UMC has become a gay church and has legalized gay marriage and what have you. And since Liberia is part of the UMC, so Liberia has endorsed it. And we said, no, we have not. In fact, the current book of discipline of the church, which is the 2020-2024, gives conferences all over the world to adopt the book of discipline so that it can fit its cultural.
So that book of discipline is a constitution of the church.
Yeah, it's a constitution. It's not even the Holy Bible. Okay. It's just a guide to help us move ahead. So we have the right to adopt it in paragraphs 544, page 399, section 7. If you read it, you will see the whole thing there is covered. Okay. So Liberia, the West Africa Central Conference comprising of Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Senegal, Cameroon, and Liberia met in December, and we proffer definition of marriage and say, look, marriage is between one man, one woman, period. And then at our honor conference in
the States?
No, right in Ghana. Okay. That was held in Ghana. All these countries came together. Then in February, we also had another resolution from the Liberia conference, which we proffered and defined marriage as a relationship between one man and one woman, period. And that was it. Now, the whole thing about what is happening is being politicized. There's
people in the church having hands.
few people who ran against this bishop, and he defeated them in 2016, 2017. They are the one coming back with all of these spewing lies that the bishop signed gay rights. The bishop is bringing gay because some of them are reaching the retirement age and they do not have the time to become bishop any longer.
Okay.
So they are.
And how many years is a bishop there for?
The bishop should be like, I think 65, 70 between there.
Okay.
And some of them are reaching the retirement, so they can no longer become bishops. So they are using it, calling the doctrinal issue. We have doctrinal classes. The UMC has legalized same-sex marriage in the church. So
the answer is, you have not legalized any same-sex marriage.
We have not done nothing of such in our church. We have not legalized anything called same-sex marriage. That's a lie.
And so Liberians will not see that happen in the church.
Why would you do that in the church in Liberia when even our national laws and our culture, we are traditional people? We don't allow those kinds of things. So these guys will spew lies and say the bishop has legalized. Bishop is not a legislator. He is not the parliament. He doesn't promulgate laws. The laws come from us and the legislator pass it. So how would the bishop of church pass law and it will affect the nation?
I listened to one of the bishops, one of the prelates, Jerry Kula, yesterday. He was arrested and incarcerated by the police with some members yesterday. But I heard him say, I also saw a video where Bishop Choir is saying that same-sex marriage is not allowed in Liberia. He made that very clear. But this other Reverend Jerry Kula was arrested yesterday, said, you agree in Liberia that gay rights should not be held here. You have no gay marriage and whatsoever. But you went to the conference in Ghana, where you had it, you changed your tone. So I was thinking, was not that conference too? How did it happen?
I don't understand.
Was he not in the conference?
That is like it, but he was there. In fact, he was the head of delegation. I led Bishop Choir. All the bishops of the United Methodist Church do not have right to vote on any petition. Jala, they don't have right. So Jerry Kula he led a delegation to the General Conference. Now, the whole thing about he coming up and saying that Bishop Choir said that when same-sex marriage is legalized in the UMC, he would leave. Bishop Choir's own record I think it was 2004, at the General Conference, he made a statement which went international. It went viral. He said, look, I will not be the one to pass gay right. It means when I pass gay right, it will be giving people ticket to hell. He said that clearly. So there is nowhere in his language that he said he will pass gay right. So he was attending a district conference in China, and he said, look, if this happens, and if it is the only alternative, we will leave. Now, they went to the General Conference, and the General Conference proper another petition called regionalization, which gave us the space, which of course has to do with adaptation of the Book of Discipline. Okay. That just in case of anything that you're not happy with that will pass the General Conference, then you can adapt. And the regionalization, which is that petition, was passed. But the public doesn't really understand that. Yeah, the public doesn't understand that. So that has been creating the chaos. And these guys have been using it to create chaos, paying money to Zogos, to disadvantaged young people, and spewing lies that the United Methodist Bishop is conducting gay marriage in churches and what have you, putting the public against the church. So that is what has been happening in the church. Our church has nowhere whatsoever passed or legislated anything that has to do with same-sex marriage.
Are you in any way in court with these people who are calling on Bishop Choir to resign? I saw what happened yesterday with the police and the church members, and then I saw all of those things yesterday. One of the pastor's car was broken into, and they also attempted burning the car yesterday. So what has happened in all of these, Mr. Knight? So what are you saying? They are saying that they needed church buildings.
That's what I was coming to. Now, the United Methodist Church, it was established ever since. All these churches are in trust, according to our Book of Discipline. So few of them at their church, some of the second and few churches in Monrovia district are saying that, hey, they don't want to be part of the United Methodist Church. Few of them.
And you said to them, go.
Who say you can leave. But it's a whole process. If a local church or a conference wants to leave a district, then you have to follow the Book of Discipline. But since they don't want to follow this discipline, if you want to leave, you can just leave as an individual and leave the building with other United Methodists who still want to be part of the church, because that property is in trust. It's a property of the annual conference. So you can take it because you are 20 persons and disagree with the rest of the 200 who want to still remain United Methodist and say you want to take the building.
But it seems that
So that is what happened.
It seems like it's far from being over, Mr. Knight, because I see lots of things happening. You know, with all of this happening, you seem you don't have control over it, right?
No, we have control. But what is happening? The guys who are part of this Global Methodist Church, headed by Jerry Kula and the like of Orlando Boys and other people, so let me give you the whole factor. So we went to the general conference. Ever since there's a group called the Global Methodist Church, we started agitating since almost 6 years ago, playing into another group called the Westland Covenant Association. More than 6 years ago, I would say. They started with the Africa Initiative and other advocacy group. So they broke away since 2022 in May from the United Methodist Church and formed their own church called the Global Methodist Church in the U.S. Jala. So after they formed that group has been on the money. They have been raising money in the U.S. They said they were leaving the church. At the time, we were not even having any general conference. They said they were leaving the UMC because they were gay and lesbian in the UMC in America. So they left. Now, that group called the Global Methodist Church, that is the group that have really been pumping money. So this whole thing about what you see the guys doing here, using gay marriage as their tool because they feel sensitive, that's a project. They are making millions of dollars out of it. They're making millions of dollars out of that project. Man, yes, they're making money. All the things you see. So they will go, like yesterday, we were worshiping at Dwazon UMC, and they paid those disadvantaged young people, drug addicts, criminals, about, I think,
They wanted to serve the church?
yes, they took them from ghettos, paid them, and they brought them on back to come and disturb and calling some of the members gay man, gay woman, lesbian. Can you imagine moderate? You understand me? So they did that to some of our members who are leaving, and that was not healthy. You cannot call yourself biblical Christian, then you are involved in hooliganism and all the different kinds of things, violence and all.
What does the international church say? What are your members around? I mean, the bigger church. I mean, globally. What did they say about the situation here? So, is there any way you can reconcile, guys?
I mean, there is no, because they have tinted the United Methodist Church according to them like gay church, so they live in the church. So it's okay. Since you say we are demonic, we are evil, fine, go. But if they don't want to go, they want to take out building our properties. That is where the noise is coming from right now.
Now, so
they came with way forward report, it died. They came with special section, it died. Now the property file they own, and it was surely that because two of the churches, like 72nd yesterday, they went to court on Saturday, and the judge ruled that the church belongs to United Methodist Church. On Thursdays in Matthew, United Methodist Church in Kawe went to court, and the judge also ruled, said, but what if you don't like the people of doctrine and what have you, leave easily and go form your own church? But you can't be there.
I was saying to somebody yesterday as well. I know when there's a breakaway, if somebody feels aggrieved whatsoever, he leaves. Most of the churches I know, smaller churches,
Pentecostal, all the churches, they go from their own church. Some of the side worshiping in the living room. For us, we're not against people living in the United Methodist Church, but to use homosexuality as your tool and weapon to destroy and undermine and swear away members and put the public against the church because of your own agenda and making money as a project, that is where we are
I would try to extend an invitation to the other side of the divide, Orlando Boys and all. But welcome Reverend Agrippa Nyanti. He's also from the church. Reverend, welcome. How are you?
Doing fine.
Go it again.
I said I am fine.
Oh, 1 minute. I think I have some issue with that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I'm fine.
Okay.
Yes.
And where are you in all of these? I know. Which of the church do you pastor?
President was appointed by the bishop to serve as senior pastor for the Ebenezer United Church. Previously, the last year, I was at St. Luke United Church, serving as senior pastor in the church.
Okay. So what is the reading of all of this thing happening? Now I'm told that you guys, some churches went to court and the judge ruled against other guys. Why can't you go to court as a body, one body, and say you're going to court one by one?
Well, that's what we are doing. Places when they got the problems, the legal people, we have to go, fight against that particular congregation. And if they file a complaint against them, and then they will have to go through the process. And that's what happens even when I went to the church and they have assigned me,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they have already joined the Global Methodist Church. They said the
Did they have a Global Methodist Church?
Well, that's what they said. They said they have joined the Global Methodist Church, and so it is a Global Methodist Church that they will be. And so the bishop had no authority to make an appointment, and so they were not honoring bishops' appointment.
Now, some of the members are saying that Bishop Choir has divided the church, appointing people who are loyal to him against the will of the body. That is why bringing some of the problems.
No, it is not so. It is not the people who are closer to him or loyal to him. But in the church, we got people who have already planned to leave the United Methodist Church. They are planning to leave the United Methodist Church. In fact, as Jeff was
before the gating came about.
Yeah, and the reason is the decision the people were proposing, and then there was a guy, Didokula, was appointed to serve as, Africa Initiative head,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went at the head and also sided with people who wanted to form a new denomination. And so in 2022, when the people were leaving, they have invited him to be part of that, and he was still with the United Methodist Church.
Okay.
Double dipping.
Yeah. He was still with the United Methodist Church, and all of the different activities that the people were involved into, he was part of that. They were in order. They even referred to him as an executive of the Global Methodist Church. So when the people made a decision already, they were there. He was already there.
Okay.
And others were already there. So it's not the issues of what is obtaining. They are just using it as a bait, but it is not the primary reason.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not the primary reason. Because all of these things, we were thinking that they will come from the U.S. After the general conference for us to sit down and talk. But they were talking about special session.
So is Reverend Jerry Kula one of the masterminds behind the whole thing?
What?
Reverend Jerry Kula, who I saw yesterday with the police.
Yeah.
He's
He's the main mastermind.
He's the main man.
Wow.
They're the main people
He's the main man.
who denigrating our church. According to him, according to themselves, biblical Christians.
So His brother was there before, right?
Bishop Kula, yeah.
Ah,
His
okay.
brother.